might have.
Yes, that's him. From Vermont. But I think our president. That was popular now.
Okay, the microphones are live, guys.
Let me get this on. Okay, we're good, ready when you are.
Okay, we're live and ready to get started. If everybody can please make sure you have your microphones on.
Good to go.
Good evening. The hour being 6:30 PM on Monday, July 22nd, 2024. I'd like to call to order the Village of Brookfield Board meeting. Would everyone please join me in a pledge of allegiance to the flag? Bridget, can we have a roll call, please?
Trustee Ketchmark?
Here.
Trustee Cote?
Here.
Trustee Hendricks?
Here.
Trustee Gilhuli?
Here.
And absent are trustees Niramatsu and Kaluzny, and President Garvey.
Here. Thank you, Bridget. We have one appointment tonight. There was a vacancy on the Economic Development Commission. Mike Dorr asked to step down due to the fact that there's, his business has been so busy, which is a great sign that so we appreciate his service, but Wendy Moore from Daisy's Treats agreed to step up and fill the vacancy. So at this point, I'd entertain a motion to appoint Wendy Moore to the Economic Development Commission.
So moved.
Second.
Wendy, you just didn't hear all the great things I said about you.
Good timing.
Well, we got to vote. Hold on 1 sec. Okay, so there's a motion and a second. Any questions or comments about the appointment of Wendy Moore to the Economic Development Commission? Okay, hearing none, roll call, please.
Trustee Ketchmark?
Aye.
Trustee Cote?
Aye.
Trustee Hendricks?
Aye.
Trustee Gilhuli?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Wendy, if you could please step up to our village clerk and be sworn in. What you missed was I was telling you about how great you are and how you agreed to step up, and we found out you had too much time in your hands and you needed something else to do. So,
You were bored.
so if you could please raise your right hand and Bridget will do the honors.
I, Wendy Moore,
I, Wendy Moore,
having been appointed to the office of
having been appointed to the office of
Economic Development Commission
Economic Development Commission
in the Village of Brookfield,
in the Village of Brookfield,
in the County of Cook,
in the County of Cook,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
Constitution of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the
the
office
duties of the office
of Economic Development Commissioner
of Economic Development Commissioner
according to the best of my abilities.
according to the best of my
Done.
ability.
It's a mouthful.
Seriously, Wendy, thank you so much for agreeing to serve. You've already done so much for the village, and we truly appreciate it, so.
Thank you.
Staff will get you up to speed right away about the meeting, so. Thank you. Okay, that's all the items we have under appointments and presentations. I will now move on to public comment. Is there anyone on my left side that has any public comment at this time? Hearing none, is there anyone on the right side that has any public comment? Okay, hearing no public comment, we'll move on to reports of special committees, please.
I would like to make a motion to approve corporate warrant dated July 22nd, 2024, in the amount of $1,145,627.87.
Second.
Motion was made by trustee Cote, second by Trustee Hendricks, any highlights you want to point out?
Yeah, there was a lot of improvements and maintenance on this one, considering Ellert Park, you know, the court improvements, the tree maintenance in Ellert Park, and along with the backup generator, much needed here in Village Hall.
Thank you. Do the board members have any questions or comments related to the warrant? Okay, hearing none, roll call, please.
Trustee Ketchmark?
Aye.
Trustee Cote?
Aye.
Trustee Hendricks?
Aye.
Trustee Gahuli?
Aye.
Motion passes.
In regards to DPW, first of all, thank you for all the hard work to DPW. They had a very busy time frame post those storms that we had. Apparently an EF0 tornado hit from LaGrange, went all the way to Cicero, cutting through Brookfield. There was a ton of cleanup, but DPW handled it quickly, efficiently, and professionally, and they did a great job. As always, if you see an issue in town, the best method for passing this information along to them is via the C-Click Fix program. You can access this via the village website, or you can download the app to your phone. In regards to the library has special events and activities in preparation for July 24th Chicago Grit Race, which is coming to Brookfield. Activities will include a film screening, bike decorating, race sign making, etc. Please go visit their website. Wednesday will be one heck of a great day. As it was last year, it will be that way again this year. Don't forget to sign up for the Summer Reading Challenge for a chance to win the grand prizes for kids, teens, and adults. Complete the challenge, earn raffle tickets anywhere between now through August 15th. The grand prize drawing will be held on August 16th. Please go visit the library's website for further events. If you are a veteran and you are looking for mental health assistance, please do so via the Jesse Brown VA Medical Center. You can call 312-569-6177 to get started with enrollment. If you are struggling and you know somebody who is struggling, please call 988. If you're a veteran and you're having a hard time, 988, option 1. The VA does have a National Coaching to Care program. They have licensed psychologists and social workers willing to talk to you by phone free of charge and help you through the VA system. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Trustee Cote. Trustee Gahuli, Chamber of Commerce?
Yes, anybody who knows our Chamber of Commerce knows that they're an extremely active group, so there's been a lot going on and a lot to come. A few things to note. The Classic Car Show was yesterday here on Grand Avenue, really well attended and lots of local business participation, so seems to be a pretty popular event. They've also started, they were very active participants in the 4th of July parade. I know I wasn't here at the last meeting, so I didn't get to mention that. They had a tractor driven by their president, Brian Chernow, in the 4th of July parade and gave out all kinds of fun stuff. They have just started the 60 to Win program again. This is an annual program. It's a really wonderful raffle with a lot of great cash prizes. They only sell 1,100 tickets a year, so encourage you if you're interested and you want a chance to win some cash. This is a great opportunity, raises money for the chamber and a lot of good things they do for the community, various events, scholarship program, etc. Every ticket is $20. Your number then gets put into the big spinner, and they pull 5 $100 prizes each week. Every time somebody wins, that number goes back into the spinner. So a lot of different opportunities to win. And then one $500 prize awarded each week as well. Drawings are held every Thursday. The drawings start September 19th, so we'll be spending the rest of the summer selling tickets. You can go to Joe's Saloon to watch as they pull people's numbers each week every Thursday at 4:30 p.m. Or you can watch it live on Facebook. Tickets are on sale at the Brookfield Farmers Market every Saturday. Lunica Salon, Mary's Morning Mix-Up, Douglas Auto Body, Priority Print, Joe's Saloon, Tischler's, Betty's Flowers, Pub 78, Fill My Jar, Daisy's Treats, Joshua Harris VFW Post, Locomoca, Hitzman Funeral Home, Brookfield Bank, and Edward Jones. So a lot of opportunities to buy tickets, and it's really fun once they start drawing those. So I encourage you to participate. The next thing is there's a special event coming up. It's a farm to table event. There's a limited number of tickets being sold for this. This event is August 3rd. It will be right here in the front parking lot of Village Hall from 6 to 10 p.m. You can buy the tickets online at the brookfieldchamber.net website. We have, I know, an item here on our agenda tonight for their liquor license. But this is a great fundraiser to support one of our local business community members who is having some health issues. So encourage you to get a ticket to this event. It's going to have fresh food cooked right on site. There'll be a bar, there'll be live music, so it should be really a fun night. The next thing is the National Night Out. We are changing this up a little bit this year. We had some conflicts with, space and being able to get space, but the chamber feels really strongly about supporting our first responders in this, so they're going to be making deliveries throughout the day to all of our first responders and to fire department, police department, and DPW to bring lunch, to bring snacks, and to bring other goodies around to them. So if anybody wants to also participate or donate anything to that day, I know that they're also working with the Women's Club to participate in that for volunteering. So there'll be lots of good stuff happening to celebrate them. And that is Tuesday, August 6th. The July After Hours is this Thursday, July 25th. This is at the Brookfield Zoo, so this is a great one to attend. It's from 5:30 to 7:30. Any chamber members are welcome to attend that. There is an RSVP required through the website. And then last two things, the farmers market, still going on every Saturday here in the parking lot. It's huge. They have, Cycle Brookfield is there also to park your bikes for you, and they will check you in. There's amazing stuff from fresh food, local artisans, and live music as well, in addition to the Young Entrepreneurs tent every week where we have our local kids selling items that they make themselves. So that is every Saturday morning. And then finally, please save the date for the Brookfield Fine Arts Fest, sponsored by the Chamber, which is Saturday, September 28th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. right here in Kiwanis Park.
Thank you, Trustee Gahuli. Trustee Hendricks, Planning and Zoning.
No report.
Thank you. Trustee Ketchmark, Administration, Economic Development.
Economic Development Commission met last Wednesday, began with discussion on the banner program, and they have a few recommendations that will be coming forward to us when we discuss that again. Camaros was there to give us the zoning update overview, and there was discussion on that. EDC was the first committee to hear some of these updates. Unfortunately, the meeting was ended at that point as we had a couple members leaving and it left us without a quorum. So we have several other items to discuss that'll be picked up at the next meeting. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Trustee Ketchmark. Trustee Narmatz, who's not present, I'm sure she would tout the concerts in the park coming up and the music on Grand this coming weekend on Saturday. Trustee Kaluzny is also not present. In terms of my reports, the Solid Waste Agency and WCMC have not met since our last meeting. The second week of July, I had the privilege of being involved in a sneak preview presentation of the zoo's next century plan. And I think it's now been shared a little bit on social media or links to it, but it is very, very impressive. I was on with Dr. Atkinson and Jennifer Bader and several other elected officials and got a sneak preview of it, but it is a incredible comprehensive plan for the future of the zoo. They're calling it a 15-year plan with a 30-year mission, but it's really impressive to see their plans. There's so many highlights it's too many to mention, but one of the visions they have is, that underpass from the north parking lot to the zoo is always, there's been some flooding issues with heavy rain. They have a vision for an overpass at that point, which would be, give a tremendous view coming into the zoo and seeing the north end of the zoo. And the Brookfield portion of the zoo, the west end of it, they said there's going to be, I think it's 5 new immersive eco-regions mimicking specific regions throughout the world and give people the feeling that you're actually there. I mean, Dr. Atkinson was just glowing as he was talking about the opportunity to give people the chance to see things that they might not actually be able to travel to and see. So, just several other highlights. I mean, they 2.1 million guests a year, and they see that even growing going forward with this plan. And there's $500 million investment, plan for this and more going forward. So. I invited Dr. Atkinson and Jennifer to present at a future board meeting. They're going to reach out to me about what would be a good night to do the presentation so our residents could see it more up front. So I'll keep you posted on that. And Trustee Gahuli mentioned the 4th of July, and I think we previously mentioned what a tremendous success it was. Our Grand Marshal, Frank Clark, who is a Brookfield resident, sent me a very nice note, and he asked me to share it with the board and basically the public. But Frank had a big week. Frank's a Navy veteran, and he did his honor flight earlier that week, and then he was the Grand Marshal in the parade. But he sent me this letter. Dear President Garvey and village trustees, I would like to thank everyone who thought I was worthy to represent the village of Brookfield as the Grand Marshal of the 4th of July Parade. What an unbelievable honor. My hope is that many people will come forward to help all of us build a community that serves all people, not just some people. Your choosing me as Grand Marshal will inspire me to see how I can help Brookfield become a shining light for those who live here and for other small towns. I wish for each resident hope, peace, and joy. With gratitude and humility, thank you, Frank Clark. I just thought that everyone that knows Frank knows he's very sincere, so I just wanted to share that. He did a tremendous job, and it's a very appropriate honor, so. Okay, that ends the reports of special committees. We're going to move on to the omnibus agenda. Trustee Cooley, do you want me to remove item 1, or?
No.
Okay,
I spoke about it. It's
okay. At this point, I entertain a motion to pass the omnibus agenda as listed.
So moved.
Second.
The motion was made by Trustee Cote, second by Trustee Hendricks. Roll call, please.
Trustee Ketchmark?
Aye.
Trustee Cote?
Aye.
Trustee Hendricks?
Aye.
Trustee Kaluzny? I'm sorry. Trustee Gahuli?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you. We have 2 items under regular business. The first item, I'd entertain a motion to pass a resolution amending the lead water service line fund policy to remove the elective private service line replacement component.
So moved.
Second.
Motion was made by Trustee Cote, second by Trustee Hendricks. This was discussed at the July 8th meeting. It was an unintended consequence of the policy that we came up before, where private vendors were reaching out and making extremely high bids to have people replace their services ahead of time, and it just was not sustainable for us to keep doing it. And based on the incredible pace that we're moving forward with the lead service, we feel everyone's services will be replaced in a very, very timely fashion. So this is just cleaning up that policy. Thank you to staff for bringing it forward. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Okay, hearing none, roll call, please.
Trustee Ketchmark?
Aye.
Trustee Cote?
Aye.
Trustee Hendricks?
Aye.
Trustee Gahuli?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you. And then the last item, I'd entertain a resolution to award a construction contract for the Ellard Park redevelopment project to Friedler Construction in the amount of $896,800.
So moved.
Sorry. Second.
Motion was made by Trustee Ketchmark, second by Trustee Hendricks. Luke, do you want to say anything about this at this point, or put you on spot? Okay, if there's any questions, this is an exciting time, an exciting project. We've gone through the bid process. This is the recommendation of staff. Any questions or comments from the board?
No.
Okay, hearing none, roll call, please.
Trustee Ketchmark?
Aye.
Trustee Cote?
Aye.
Trustee Hendricks?
Aye.
Trustee Gahuli?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Okay, that ends the items we have under regular business. Tim, do you have anything in the manager's report?
Yes, thank you, President Garvey. A couple items. As several board members have mentioned, we're going to be very busy around here, especially downtown. And I want to acknowledge and thank the people who live and work on the central block of Grand Boulevard, because there's going to be a lot of closures. And we have a lot of events, and many of these have already been talked about. They're very popular events, but staff, and I know the village board, recognizes the disruption that these closures will cause. As has been mentioned, this Wednesday, we've got the bike race. We have, for the whole weekend coming up, as we always do during the summer, we have Music on Grand, so Grand Boulevard will be closed from Friday till Monday morning. We also have the added bonus of the railroad crossing at Prairie will be closed completely from Wednesday through Friday of this week. And that's unavoidable. It's due to the ongoing work we've had all summer long on Burlington Avenue. We've worked with the contractor to ensure that during the bike race on Wednesday, there will be no active work going once the races start around 10 a.m. They're going to be working early in the morning. They're going to close up for the day. And there will be no dust and no debris and so forth. So that is an unavoidable situation. We've worked with the contractor trying to avoid it completely, but it was just not possible. Last thing I want to mention is, as the board is aware, we've been very aggressive and very successful in getting OSLAD park grants. We've gotten one for Candy Cane Park, and you just awarded a bid for Eller Park that's being funded primarily through an OSLAD grant. We were informed there's a pretty short window, and just about a week or two ago, we were informed that the next round of OSLAD grant funding opportunities are open. Staff, and especially Luke, have been meeting, and we've identified a project that we would like to apply for. The application deadline is September 13th, so we have to be kind of aggressive. We need to move forward, bearing in mind that we do cancel the next board meeting, the first meeting in August. This will be the last board meeting for a month. And so what staff is recommending we do is apply for Creekside Park redevelopment. And that would include replacing all the play equipment. A primary element of this grant would be, we did apply for a different grant for South Kiwanis coming at it from the east to try to build a bridge to Creekside Park, and that grant was not approved. So now we're gonna try to go the other way. So maybe from Creekside Park, kind of create that as a trailhead for the ultimate redevelopment of South Kiwanis Park, which I think the board is fully supportive of. We've gotten very good success on the OSLAD projects, obviously, as aforementioned. And so what staff would like to do is work with White Consultants. They are White and Company. They are our landscape architects. They've helped us on several projects already, but we'd like to get to work with them immediately to work on this grant application to redevelop Creekside Park, create a kind of trailhead, create a key connectivity to South Kiwanis. We'll continue to work on funding opportunities to improve the trailways and access with South Kiwanis. But in the meantime, we can start improving the west end, and that's Creekside Park. We do think that with hopefully the upcoming redevelopment of several properties in and around that area, that will be a heavier residential area and hopefully a healthy business area. So we're hoping that Creekside Park becomes a little more of a heavily used park. It has not been renovated for over 25 years. So that's what staff is recommending. So work with White Consultants, have them work with us, with staff, to create the plan, apply by September 13th, and hopefully get our third OSLAD grant.
Thank you, Tim. When this came out, and again, there's these short windows, I talked to staff about this, and the White engineering basically is within the manager's authority to do this, but I asked Tim to bring it forward to the board. It's within his authority, the dollar authority for him to go forward with this, but he was looking for support, and I felt like the board would support it because it's a project that we know that needs to be done. It's available, and our tremendous success in getting OSLAD grants. With the recent construction that we did with Burlington and having to remove some of the equipment, and this is a chance to totally redo the park all at once, I thought it'd be an appropriate program. So it'll come back. And again, as I informed Tim, if there's a need for something, even though we took off that first meeting in August, I know you guys would be available. If we had to do an emergency board meeting, we can get a quorum together. But it seemed appropriate to give staff the direction to go ahead and move forward with this. And finally, just, Tim and everyone's mentioned the bike race on Wednesday. It's going to be a very exciting day. I still remember the energy from last year from it, and the comments I got in the night of and the days and weeks and months afterwards about how welcoming the Village of Brookfield was. I run into people in my day job and other places that, they remember the bike race, and probably the most common comment I got was like how everyone felt welcome in Brookfield. It's very chaotic, some of the traffic and detours and construction and everything else like that, but everybody felt very welcome. So realize that we're going to have a lot of visitors on Wednesday. This is a chance for us to shine again and show our welcoming nature. So everyone, please enjoy the day on Wednesday. Be welcoming to everybody. This is very, very well planned with staff, the bike organizers, and our friends at Cycle Brookfield have put a lot of work into this. So it's going to be a tremendous event, and we're still working on the weather, but we're gonna be okay. I still remember telling me last year they actually like the rain because they slide easier when they wipe out. So they might get their wish a little bit on Wednesday, but I know it will be a tremendous event. So we look forward to seeing everybody out there.
President Garvey, can I just add one thing I forgot to mention before, is that this year there will also be 2 different vendor locations one out by the library like last time, and another one right here at Prairie and Grand. So the other businesses along Grand and throughout the village will be open. And a lot of people can stop in and have lunch and patronize the businesses, but we will have two separate places where we'll have food trucks and tents, and I'll encourage people to attend those.
And that's why the coordination with the closing, the Prairie had to be closed at some point. To close it during that time period, it just worked out. It makes that area safer for everyone, having the vendor area just over the tracks. A needed project gets done, and it's just a shorter window to get it done in, so it's just tremendous. These things just don't happen. There's tremendous amount of planning in it, so. Okay, anything else, anybody? Okay, that ends the items on the village board
We have
agenda.
to,
Oh, I'm sorry,
We have a motion and a
motion a second, I'm sorry. Thank you, Bridget. Roll call, please.
Trustee Ketchmark?
Aye.
Trustee Cote?
Aye.
Trustee Hendricks?
Aye.
Trustee Gahuli?
Aye.
Motion passes.
I'm sorry if I skipped right to the manager's report. I thought we did that already. My fault.
Yeah.
All right. We've had the manager's report already. At 6:54, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn the board meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Motion was made by trustee Cote, second by trustee Gahuli. Roll call, please.
Trustee Ketchmark?
Aye.
Trustee Cote?
Aye.
Trustee Hendricks?
Aye.
Trustee Gahuli?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Okay, the board meeting's adjourned at 6:55. We're going to start the committee of the whole